Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So we got quite a big moment here today, and I'm really excited for this one because guess what? I subscribe to Dave Ramsey. It's obvious with the channel name, The Graham Stephan Show. It's kind of similar to the Dave Ramsey Show. And of course, we took a lot of inspiration from Dave Ramsey in creating this, and really all of my business dealings, I kind of think of Dave Ramsey as like the holy grail. It's like you want a career that has Dave Ramsey's longevity. He's well respected, he sticks with what he believes in, and I'm a huge fan. So when I went on YouTube earlier today and I saw this video, it's titled, Ramsey Show Reacts to Graham Stephan's Smartest Financial Decision. Imagine if that's getting a mortgage. No, they would never do that. They're anti-debt. But I thought it would be fun to watch this with you guys and see exactly what they have to say. Of course, right after you smash the like button.
So Graham he's 31 years old, close to my age, and he's a big deal on YouTube. He's got 3.74 million subscribers, and his channel is all about finances. Mainly, he focuses on real estate investing.
Oh boy.
And other types.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. See, at least he seems like he's kind of excited about it. The other guy's like, oh no, another one of these. But you know what? I have to say, at least they don't call me Graham Stevens. It's like, why? Why do you mispronounce my last name wrong? It's Stephan. So, like, there's no S at the end of that. Graham Stevens. Graham Stephan. Easy name there. But, okay, let's see what they have to say.
So he made a lot of money at a young age in his 20s, became a millionaire through this process.
Yeah, a lot of people are like,
But Graham, you only made money because of YouTube.
but I don't want to say I waited, but I felt like once I was able to get $1 million net worth, which was at 26, before I had even made a YouTube video, I thought, okay, well, at least I could kind of clickbait that and put like, 26-year-old millionaire without having to do any YouTube videos. So anyway, yeah, YouTube pays a lot more than I ever made in real estate. But listen, it's the name of the game when you're able to reach millions of people every month. That's worth a lot more than physically showing one person, one house, selling one deal at a time. So yeah, YouTube for the win.
And he makes a whole lot of money now, about $6 million a year through all of his YouTube ad revenue, sponsorships, affiliates.
That's extraordinary.
And so
They've done their research. I like that. A lot of people going,
Who's this Graham guy? Let's see. Oh, he must come from us parents' money. This guy, he's got a dad.
it's like, they're doing the research here. This is good.
he's a good kid. We disagree on a lot of things. Our views on debt, very different. Our views on investing, very different. But I saw this clip.
I love how they have to preface that. Like, hey guys, we do not recommend you do this at home. It's like those, you're watching MTV, it's like, these are done by professionals. It's like, Graham Stephan invests money because he is reckless. Do not do this at home. But listen, I like how they call me a good kid.
He's a good kid.
That makes me feel good coming from them, because I bet that they would be harsh. They would be harsh if they really wanted to, but I try to stay out of trouble. I try to do well and put a good positive message out there for everybody, so it's good to be acknowledged for that.
He actually has something interesting to say here that I think we can all agree with.
All right, so let's roll it.
I bet they had to search long and hard to find like the one thing that we could all agree on. Because I know we have so many different opinions. Like, I'm all for credit cards. I think they're just smart to use. Now, sure, if I said, are credit cards good for the average person, I'd probably agree with them. I'd say no. I think most people would be better off with credit cards. But if you're the, 15, 20% of people who take an interest in their personal finances, who want that cash back, who want the points, who want the free travel, makes sense. But when they're speaking to just the average person, the person out there who maybe wants to take some, an extra safe approach, I get it. I get this. So let's see what they have to say.
I would say the smartest financial decision was probably investing in real estate.
The old podcast setup here when we first started the Iced Coffee Hour, and the angles were awful. I mean, if I could just go back to myself and just give myself a Will Smith. That too soon?
I would say it really was not until about it was a year ago when I started like spending money. A year ago, and even then, it's not been like frivolous stuff. But a year ago, I wasn't even in here. I was in an 800 square foot duplex. It was a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom.
What is he taking notes for? But you know what? Like, I can't hate on him for doing this research. I would love him to be like 800 square foot duplex. Check.
Worked from the garage, and I had kept that up. I mean, I was doing even over $1 million a year.
See, it's weird to see their reactions between the two. The guy on the left is kind of like smiling. He's having a good time. The guy on the right is very serious. He's like, I could tell he's either skeptical or he's waiting for the moment where I'm going to say, yeah, and that's when I got a mortgage. And that's where I didn't pay it off early and I spent it on a credit card. He's waiting for something.
And I just didn't spend any money. And that was the best financial decision ever. This house was the first time I had ever done something for myself. Was this?
Wow. Look at that.
So this is a youngster.
A youngster. See, here's the thing I like about Dave Ramsey is that, like, when I go to YouTube events, I am the oldest one there. It's weird. It's strange when I walk into a room and, everyone's between the ages of 18 and 24. Here I walk in, 31 years old, turning 32 in like 20 days. I'm old. I've accepted that now. In YouTube space, I am the old one. So it's nice here to be called the youngster. The youngster. Okay. It's getting good.
Social media star, living below his means.
Yeah, and he started with, my best financial decision I ever made, real estate investing. And he goes, no.
Yeah,
hold
I like
on.
that. He backed it off.
But you know what? Here's the thing. It's like, I couldn't real estate invest if I didn't live below my means. Because at the end of the day, you need the money to invest as a down payment. If I were just out there, oh wow, I made all this money, let me spend it. I'm like, oh well, now I have no more money left over for real estate investing.
This man was bringing in $1 million a year, living in this 700 square foot place. He could have got a nicer place, but he said, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice for a period of time so that I can achieve my bigger goals.
See, they did the research too. It's very nice because it was I was making well over $1 million a year, and that was like my side gig. That wasn't even me really doing it full time. That was me splitting my time between real estate and YouTube because I was so paranoid that the YouTube income would dry up. I was so scared that I would stop selling real estate. You kind of lose that momentum that you built up with your clients. I do YouTube full time and it's like poof, it's gone. So I still did that part time. I would work at nights on YouTube, even though it made $1 million a year. I wanted to wait until the point where I knew that even if YouTube was just to, go kaput the next day, I was set. And, I was very conservative in that.
I'm going to sacrifice for a period of time so that I can achieve my bigger goals. I don't need to get all flashy now and have this lifestyle creep. Now that I make good money, I'm going to go spend it and be real flashy. And so I really respect his hard work, his sacrifice. He's a hard-working dude.
Thank you. But you know what's weird now is that there's almost a trend of anti-flexing. It seems odd now, but we're seeing a bit of a shift, or at least I'm noticing it, that, 10 years ago, it was cool to be, and maybe this is I'm coming at the perspective now as someone who's 31 versus 21, but 10 years ago, at least I felt that it was culturally more acceptable to be like, yeah, I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to buy a Lambo, I'm going to buy all these cool things, I'm going to show off, I'm going to get the nice apartment. Now, I feel like it's almost become the opposite. Like it's trendier to say, oh, I got all this money in the bank, but I'm not spending it. I'm not buying that Lambo, and I'm going to drive a Tesla instead, or Prius, whatever it might be. But I feel like that is becoming cooler to be like, nah, I don't need that. I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to wear the H&M shirt. I'm going to wear the Apple Watch instead of the Rolex, unless you love Rolex, of course. But I'm seeing just a bit of a different shift, so I find that very cool.
Aside from us disagreeing about leveraging debt and doing the real estate his way, I think we can agree that we need more young people who are willing to sacrifice, who are willing to not compare themselves to other people.
That's right.
Who are willing to do the hard work to get to where they want to go.
See, but now you could compare yourself to the people who save a lot of money. Just think of it like that. Like, there's different ways to compete with one another. And I'm not saying you should always compete, but it's hard to compete on the flexing scale. Because it's like you buy a Lambo, Alex Choi is buying something more expensive. You get a car, Alex Choi is making that faster. You can't compete with that. You're buying a house, and Grant Cardone is buying 10 of them. But when it comes to saving money, you could be like, no, I'm going to save the most money. And that's something you have a lot of direct control over. So I'm all for just competing, but just being the cheapest at competing, if that makes sense.
He was focused on the future, not the present. If I'm present focused, hey, I'm making $1 million. I'm going to start living it up. I'm going to spend it. If I'm future focused, I don't even think much about my 800 square foot duplex.
I love the duplex, though. See, I go back, I have such fond memories of that place. I loved it. And there are, it's weird, but like, you always have moments in places that like really stand out to you, and I loved in this duplex. It got the best natural light, and I left all the blinds open, so it's just like you just get sun, and it's just so nice, and it's quiet, you hear the birds. I love that place, and I was so busy working, I don't even notice where I was. To be honest with you, if I were not showing a house, if I were not in the office or in my garage filming a video, I'm either editing or sleeping. I almost never hung out of the house. So it worked very well.
Successful people have a focus on the future. They make decisions that are not based on the now. They make decisions that are based on the future. So the now becomes prioritized. It's like, I will make great decisions in the now if I am focused on how they affect my future. That's another big takeaway that I don't want young people to miss.
One of our debt-free screamers recently said, you got to have a vision beyond Friday.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, part of it was that my vision was what I need to spend the money on. I mean, what did I really want? I just loved making YouTube videos, and I loved the options and the freedom that money gave me. And that was really it. There weren't that many things that I wanted to buy. The Tesla was one of them, and I got the Tesla. What else? It's like I bought enough clothes where I feel like I just prefer wearing the same stuff because I know it fits. I don't need another one of these. I'm doing a personal training. It's $150 an hour, but I do that 3 times a week and getting in really good shape. And it's something I really enjoy it. I look forward to that. And, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. Or there might be. Just stay tuned. Because there's a good investment car I'm kind of looking at. I don't want to jinx it. I'm probably just jinxed it. But anyway, it's an investment.
But I think at the heart of this, the young people need to understand that you can get rich quick, but you can lose it even quicker.
Oh, boy.
And the way you keep your wealth once you build it is by living on less than you make.
It's truth. It's truth. Just look up some of these high-profile athletes that have blown hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's the rough part. Because I could see if I got money too early, too fast, without really recognizing the importance of every dollar and saving, it's easy. Just imagine to be 18 years old and all of a sudden you get a 5-year contract and it's worth $100 million. You're basically at the top of the world. If you've never had money before, you won the lottery. And it's easy to think when you're 22, let's just say, 5 years from now, so, wow, 22, 5 years, that's forever, wow. But 5 years goes by so quickly, and then by the end of it, you gotta hope that you've actually performed and you have a long-standing career. A lot of them don't, and that's the risk.
On the way up, learn how to live on less than you make. Really good stuff.
Good stuff.
George, thanks for the clip.
Yeah, we had to be a little bit positive.
See,
here,
who
Ken.
says you can't learn from the talk?
Well, that's to be TBD.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to do a video with The Ramsey Show or meet Dave Ramsey. Seriously, when people ask me, like, who I look up to, I give the same answers. Dave Ramsey is one of them, Dr. Phil, Judge Judy, Joe Rogan. I like the guys who have a good, long-standing career. That they're not just, bloop, and then they're done. Yeah, if I could have the opportunity to go to Tennessee where they are, and I'll do that. Just literally just tell me a day and a time, and I'll be there. I'll book the next flight just for an opportunity to meet with Dave Ramsey for an hour, 30 minutes. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'll link to this video down below in the description as well. Make sure to hit the like button, add me on Instagram or on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast because we got a new episode posting every single Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.